All right, got another Mailbag Monday for us. Got 5 envelopes, got some small ones, some medium-sized ones, and a fairly bigger one. So let's see what we got in them. Okay, we're going to get started here with this small envelope. Came all the way from Missouri. And it is taped all on both sides. I'm not sure what's in it, so I'm not going to use my knife, I don't think. I don't know what's in here. We're about to find out. There we go. All right, what this is, pull out this sleeve here. And this is the sign that was in front of the Longfellow House and Gardens here in my hometown. Now, tell you a little bit more about it. This sign is no longer there. If I'm not mistaken, the post is still there, but it's overgrown. It doesn't look this fancy and everything. The house is now privately owned. And I'm pretty sure Katrina took care of all this brickwork and wrought iron fencing and everything. This picture is probably from the 70s. Yeah, I'm guessing 60s or 70s. It really doesn't say. If you see right here, it says owned and operated by Ingalls Shipbuilding Corporation. They sold it here years ago. That's kind of interesting. Like I said, that sign is no longer there. So, I figured I'd get this one to be a really good piece of history, just to see how it was back in the day. So if you're new to the channel, this is the house I was talking about. This is the Longfellow House. This postcard here is from the 30s or 40s. It was owned by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, I believe. Civil War era house. So, give you a little more backstory on the sign for this. At one point, this house was like a resort. Had some hotel, some rooms in the back you could stay in here. Some of the rooms in the house and the top are haunted. So, just a little bit more backstory on this picture here. And this one comes from Refried Jeans, I can guarantee it. Just from the address it comes from in the envelope. And I buy a lot of cards from them. And it's going to have a protected piece of cardboard inside there, so I know I can cut them with a knife here. Yep. There we go. Just one today. That's kind of interesting. Alright, this is the Tennessee River Lookout Mountain Highway. There's actually an interstate that goes around here and a train that goes around here below all this. Now if you look, these signs aren't there. If I'm not mistaken, this picture might be from before the interstate come around. Judging by the car, it's gonna work. Zoom on my there, get it clear. That looks like a 1950s era car. So this one here is probably from the 50s, maybe the 60s, some of that era. But if you take this off ramp shown here, this sign, it says Ruby Falls. You actually take this off ramp and it comes back around, goes back this way, and Ruby Falls is kind of in this area here. I've seen a couple pictures. I actually have an older postcard of this highway, not of this exact placement, but kind of more of a little bit aerial shot of it. Never seen one like this, so this is something I had to get a hold of. It's just a cool piece of history. And this one comes all the way from Wisconsin. Rather large envelope that they tape down the tab on it here. Let's see if I can get through it here. I did not want this one coming apart or getting opened up in the process here. There we go. Let's see how well this works. Oh yeah. Nice sturdy envelope. I can appreciate that. Got a little invoice. We don't need to see that. Okay. Get out of this little bag here. Don't need all that. Oh, gotta protect it again. See, that's why I don't mind paying a little bit extra for shipping. They had this thing really packed good. One card. Anyways, this is the Broadwater Beach Hotel in Biloxi, Mississippi. This was here until the mid-2000s, 2005, when Hurricane Katrina came through and tore everything on the beach apart. There's some buildings that survived. This one did not survive very well. Now, the building in the back, I want to say they kept it. I can't recall off the top of my head. But if you look at last week's mailbag, I had a picture of a marina. I had a postcard of a marina that I got. That marina was right across the street. This is Highway 90 right here. The marina was sat right across from this, and it was one of the bigger draws to this hotel resort here, was that marina. You can go out there and go fishing and, you know, charter boats and all that good stuff. But like I said before, this is no longer there. And kind of tell you a little bit more about it. Located on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Yada yada yada. Got a golf course, yacht, marina. And I want to say even the golf course is gone. The golf course is there, but it's not there as a golf course. It's just overgrown, and yeah, it needs some work. Judging by the pictures, this is probably late 50s, early 60s. So pretty cool, just to you know, see how this was before the hurricane came and got it, took it away. Not much really was changed. I don't think. I mean, they probably did a little painting on it, but this awning was the same. It all looks pretty much the same, as, you know, my memory serves me correct. So, you know, didn't change much, but, you know, it's a thing of the past now. So it's pretty cool to have the little piece of history about it. And this one here comes from Illinois. Let's see what we got in here. I'm not going to use the knife on this one either. Okay. Clearwater Beach, Florida. Huh. This is one of those folder postcards. That's interesting. Get a Woolworth sticker. 25 cents it looks like. That's pretty cool. Woolworth hasn't been around for a while. But anyways, we actually went to Clearwater a few years ago. If you ever seen the movie A Dolphin's Tale, that dolphin that didn't have a tail, so they made a prosthetic tail. That dolphin is actually here in Clearwater. It's actually, and I want to say it's right in this area here, you know, present day. But we stayed in Tampa and came down here and did the little marina thing with the dolphins and all that stuff, and ate a little restaurant down here and seen a pretty cool little Walgreens drugstore, 2-story Walgreens drugstore. That was pretty cool. Anyways, what these folding postcards are, not really so much a postcard. It's a postcard itself, but it has a bunch of different artwork in it. You know, more than a simple postcard, as you can tell here. Now, we were only in Clearwater for a day. Really not even a day. And very beautiful part of Florida. Not a whole lot of touristy, if you will. More of a relaxing part of Florida, I guess you'd say. So, kind of wish we had stayed there probably another day or so just to relax. But that was a pretty eventful vacation we had. If you ever ate at the Hooters restaurant. Hooters restaurant started in Clearwater, and it's actually on the main highway. It's actually on this highway, and I'm trying to think of it's in this area here. The building for the original Hooters is still there in Clearwater, and it looks like a dive bar. It looks like they haven't touched it since they opened it up in the 70s or 80s. But anyways, if you ever get a chance to go to Clearwater, I suggest it's a really, you know, low-key, beautiful area. And if you remember with my longest Mailbag Monday, I had no, I can't remember how many of these was. I think it was 20 something, at least folding type postcards from all around the United States that I took a real big haul on them. But this one I didn't have, so I needed to get it. And the last envelope today comes from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. They're in the north part of the state. Let's see what we got in this one here. And of course, it wants to be difficult. Do this the old-fashioned way. There we go. Got a piece of cardstock. Taped up pretty good, shouldn't I? There we go. Alright, what is this? This is in Biloxi, Mississippi. Got Highway 90. I want to say this is Buena Vista? Yep, the Buena Vista Hotel and Motel. Postmarked 1970. Now, if you're familiar with the Biloxi area, this area here is now the Beau Rivage Casino Resort Hotel, and they have a marina that's in this area here that isn't used anymore. There was a accident where somebody drowned out there and they shut it down. Anyways, in this area here, I-110 comes down from the north, and there's a couple loops right here, ties into Highway 90. There is a pedestrian bridge here. Now, it's not this one. This hotel is gone. I think this was the original hotel, and this is a motel. Same principle, same thing, just different setups, I guess you will. I remember this hotel being there in the 80s and 90s, right when they started bringing in the I-110 down to the beach. It was always eerie looking, and it was abandoned, I guess you'd say. And finally they tore it down and everything, and at one point it was part of a parking garage, and now the Biloxi Shuckers baseball team, that's where their stadium is at, right there in this area here. So pretty cool, pretty cool piece of history. That hotel, I want to say the big hotel was opened in the 30s, maybe the 40s, I'm not sure, but pretty cool piece of Biloxi history and the Mississippi Gulf Coast history all in one right there. Alright, so I only have 5 postcards here come in 5 packages, 1 per package. Not one of my biggest Mailbag Monday videos, but it has some significant postcards and good piece of the past that's no longer there, history, things that's no longer there, things that's still there, a little bit differently set up. Postcard buying has gone down a little bit. I haven't been buying too many here recently. This is some ones kind of straggling in, or I've kind of saved away. Christmas is upon us and the holidays are coming up, and I've been buying some Christmas stuff. And if y'all know, I got a pretty big Christmas light set up, one of the biggest ones in my area. So I'm trying to get ready for it. It may not be as big as it was last year. If you want to see it, I'll put a link up here for it. But it takes a lot of time getting it all together, so a lot of money here and there, replacing things and fixing things. So my postcard buying is kind of slowed down to a good bit. But anyways, I probably got enough for 1 or 2 more mailbags. And if you're interested in my Christmas setup videos, they'll be coming out here very shortly. But anyways, appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you next time.